nation, destroys our generation. I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't mind, I don't mind.
What's going on there, everybody? It's a spectacular Saturday out. It is actually pretty spectacular. The rain has stopped. The grass is growing. April showers bring May flowers, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Glad to have y'all. I guess as far as we're getting right back into, I'm taking a break from doing splines. So, for any of those that have noticed, I guess as far as I've been having a little bit of frustration, I guess as far as doing traffic splines in the for the map, and we're gonna take a break from that and work on something else there. We've still got some things to do with the PDA just to kind of freshen it up. Nothing super duper major, but yeah, we're gonna focus on that for now. We do got some other things, I guess, as far as to tackle with the map. And my uptime is not working here. Just give me a second here, folks. We'll get that squared away. Okay, let's do this. Gotta reset that bad boy. Oh, thank you for that. Alright, cool. I think that should be good to go now. And appreciate the spraying. How we doing here, Evan? Everybody coming on in. Alright, cool. Alright, we got that reset. I don't know why that didn't go on. Whatever. Alright, we're gonna turn this down a little bit. That should do. Boom, 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 boom. Some more bonk sim. Yeah, we got in there, and I guess as far as we saw your playthrough, I guess as far as of the bonk sims, I guess as far as that's a little too many zombies for me. Like I mentioned, I'm just gonna keep mentioning that. A little too many zombies, I guess, as far as right off in the first day. Anywho, all right. So here we are. We're gonna go ahead and work on PDA. So we just want to freshen this bad boy up a little bit. So first thing I want to do is actually tackle the grassy areas. Then we'll probably work on the border. You know, just little things like that. And we should be good to go. I have considered, I guess, as far as to leave the dirt roads out of the PDA, simply because you have the ability in the map, I guess, as far as to get rid of those, right? So here's the thing. If I leave it in the PDA here, and you were to go into the build mode and actually paint those out or paint them in a different position or whatever, these dirt roads that are painted on the PDA are still going to remain. So I've kind of debated whether or not to completely keep the dirt roads out of the PDA. Yeah, so I'm kind of a little bit on the fence, I guess, as far as with that. You're gonna buy a server just so you can have it running 24/7, or what's the deal? Plenty of bonk sim servers, I guess, as far as that I've not only gotten invited to, that I know that are out there. So just a word of the wise, I guess, as far as if you do a server, and if it's just for your own personal type of deal there, that's one thing. But if you're wanting other people to join, it's kind of tough to do that because there's just so many of them out there. Just my own observations. Alright, so let's do something with this grassy area. Yeah, if you're doing it for everyone, then that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's at least 3 of them that I know of that are out there, just from what I know, right? And they all have different settings, I guess, as far as to it. And most of the people that are in those servers, they're pretty dedicated to it. Hence having a dedicated server for it. Not saying you don't have it. If you got people lined up, I guess, as far as to do it, good, great. Let's see. Okay. What color do we want to go with this green? So I don't want to do it the same color as the trees. That's one thing. But we do want to have it a little bit less dingy, I guess, as far as for the grass. Let's see. So what I'll do is we'll take this color for starters, and then this color, and we want to be somewhere in between that, I suppose. Alright, so let's do... Wish I had a third swath here, that'd be cool. Let's Alright, I'm gonna grab this one. We'll go into here and we'll play around with this. So I don't want it to be as dark as the one that's already there. We're just gonna try some things to see what works for us. Alright, then I'm gonna do a flood fill, and we want to make sure that we're on the right layer. We want to be on this layer. Okay. And let's change the flood fill. Let's leave it at a 16 for now. We might have to bump that up. Or not. Okay. That's a little too... I might actually bring the tolerance down. So you can see how it's bleeding in, I guess, as far as the colors I don't want it to affect. But that might not be too bad. It's a little bit off, I guess, as far as from the trees. That's good. We'll keep playing with this, though, just to see what we get. What result? What's the best result? Alright, so I do need to adjust the tolerance on this or even lower. Okay, that's a little better. So we got these areas. I kind of figured these areas here to be a little bit splotchy. We can always freshen that up. Over in here. Okay, I'm gonna go down on it just a little bit more. We had to do this before too, so this is like take two, I guess, as far as for those that did see me clean these grassy areas the first attempt. So we've had to redo that since then. Ooh, okay, that's a little too... I'm gonna go up a little bit. Go up a couple ticks. Okay. We might go with this one here, and we can always just kind of clean that up. Like that. I think that might work. I think that might work. So like the trees and stuff are in a separate layer, so that's... I think I'll go with this way. Yep. So far I'm liking that result. Okay, cool. See, I can turn the trees off. Let's do that. We can do that. We can see how it's affecting us as far as the ground. I think this will work. We'll start with this one here. We'll kind of go with that. Nice. Yeah, we can clean that up. This is where the BGA is at. Cool. Alrighty then. Yeah, I think we got something here. Nice. Yeah, I can work with this. That's where our racetrack is. So there'll probably be some things off the original. Let me open that up, actually. Let's go into our map, and I'm going to take the original, the current overview that we have, and actually use some pieces off of that. Where's my overview? Maps. We need this guy. No. Okay. So what I want to do. So this is the color that we went with previously, I guess, as far as it's a little dingy. This is part of the restart as well. Oh shoot! You know what? Oh no! All right, hold on. I might have to redo that. I thought maybe I had that in there. I do not. Well, that's a bummer. Okay. Let me see here. So, yeah, I think I'm going to have to redo that with the track. Well, ain't that a bummer? It's not entirely terrible or hard to do, but kind of stinks. So, part of the pains of redoing this is we lose some of the detail we had for this racetrack. So I'll have to open up the map, load the racetrack into the map, I guess, as far as and actually get that area. Oh well, okay, we can do that. A little bit more work than I was expecting or hoping for, but we'll make good for it. We'll make good for it. Okay. Now I gotta get some of the interior of the map here like this. There we go. Alright, we gotta pay really close attention, I guess, as far as that it's not stepping on too much of the texture. That seems to be pretty decent. You may have to bump it up or down depending. Okay, that's not too bad. I can work with that. We're not trying to go too crazy because we want to maintain some of the aspects of this original map image from our editor. But it does have the dirt road in there, cool. We're not trying to step on everything. Okay. Yep, that'll work. Then nice. Now the roads is another thing I can turn off too. So these roads that are currently in here are the ones that we've got painted in. Just to give it more clarity, I guess, as far as it's probably the roads really, I guess, as far as that are the most important. Not to say that the fields and all that stuff aren't. Now, keeping in mind, as I've mentioned before, these painted in definitions, I guess, as far as for the fields, this doesn't show, as you got all the overlay for the field itself that the game actually spawns in. So it's got its own colors, I guess, as far as for that. We're only using this as a guide, I guess, as far as for what else I need to still paint in if needed. So yeah, I wanted to maintain these dirt roads. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Let's go back that up. That filled in a whole bunch there. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. What I'm paying attention to is to make sure it's not stepping on too much detail. I want to keep some of that. I don't want to get rid of all of it. Okay. Yep, that'll work. We'll have a lot of cleanup, but I think we can make it work. Yeah, so we got a lot of trees along the steel here. Now, when I turn the tree layer back on, it should actually put some more detail back to it, like so. Okay, so we can turn that on and off, I guess, as far as to see what kind of result we have. That'll work. So, whoa, see, that's a little too much there. A little too much there, I think. Maybe not, actually, now that I look at it. Oh, that should actually be good. Let's turn our trees back on to see how that looks. Nope, I think that might actually work. You might have to go a little bit different color, slightly, I guess, as far as on this grass. We can always change that post fact. But at least we can see the definition of the trees as far as the difference between that. That's why I wanted a slightly different color for the grassy areas. Okay. Yeah, making sure I'm in this right layer. Don't want to be painting into a layer that we don't want to be. That's for show. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring that racetrack placeable into the map. In fact, I do have this open here, so another thing I want to get to eventually is to get the junk areas, the junk that's in like placeables like this, and I need to make those separate, I guess, as far as from our farm area, because these are going to be movable pieces. So this is one that I kind of overlooked, I guess, as far as that goes. So do I want to leave this one open? No, I'm gonna go ahead and close it for now. I just had it open, I guess, as far as to remind me, I guess, as far as what we still need to work on. Okay, so we want to open up the map at this point. And we're going to need our placeables XML, I guess, as far as to get the coordinates for that placement of that racetrack. So let's take a second to load up. So what's everybody else been up to? I know Evan's mentioned he's playing some bonk sim. Probably in that, what was that mode? It's not vanilla, that's for sure. To remind me, I guess, as far as what mode that was. But what is everybody else up to, I guess, as far as today besides... Ooh. Oh, I thought that froze up on me there for a second. Okay, now the racetrack should be right over here. Yep, there should be. Now we'll have to get this loaded in. And to do that, we're going to go import. So the editor has gotten some updates as of late, essentially post-fact this latest patch to the game. And I haven't played around, I guess, as far as much with the new features, but they are in here, that's for sure. They're very evident. Let's see, let's go here. Placeables. Racetrack. Let's bring this guy in. And then we're going to need to apply the coordinates to that. Go into the PDA camera and go and take a snippet of that. Okay. Now we need our placeable XML, which is going to be right in here. Alright. Racetrack should be on the bottom, I believe. Yep, so we need these coordinates. Plug those into there. Now we've got it in here. Make sure we got that highlighted. Yeehaw. And we need all these coordinates. This will allow us, I guess, as far as to do a top-down view in the PDA camera. Take a... I had considered, I guess, as far as to do much the same like this for pretty much all dynamically loaded areas, but that brings a lot of weight into the map itself. So I guess I just kind of decided not to do that. And then also taking into consideration, like I was saying with the dirt roads, if you were to completely sell or remove, I guess, as far as that from the map, then you still got that all in the, painted in the PDA. So kind of taking into consideration, I guess, as far as what to have in the PDA and what not to have in there. Oh my goodness, I screwed that up. What in the heck are you doing? Oh, must have copied it wrong. Hold on. Oh, I see what I did. Whoops. I only need this part. There we go. Okay, so there's the position of the racetrack. Now we should be able to go into PDA camera. And we want this one. Nice. Now what we'll have to do... We don't want to change the depth of this here, so we got to change the Okay, let's go into the racetrack here. We gotta change some clip distances here. Alright, so let's go into visuals. That one's already at 1,000,000. This is already at 1,000,000. Alright, so on these parts here is what we need to crank up a little bit. We can have that be more visible from this height in the camera. Let's crank it up. We need that track to show up a little bit more. You can see a little bit of time it's showing up here. Now we only want to do this for doing these types of things. We don't want to leave it that way because that would be way too much for most people's PCs and graphics cards for sure to be able to render in. So these clip distances control, I guess, as far as how much detail shows on any given model from, you know, different distances in the map. So if we were over here, we'd definitely be able to see this racetrack with full clarity. We don't necessarily need to have that. So only when we're in close proximity of that do we need to have all the clarity into that. Hence, we got clip distances. Alright, so infield. There we go. And we don't really need... I think that should pretty much do it right there. That gives us enough clarity of the racetrack right there. Alrighty then, so now what we want to do is take a snippet of this and let's go like that. Copy that. Paste this, and, oh, get rid of that. Paste that right into here. Zoom this out here for a second. Now we can take this and position that over there. Let's see. I'm gonna crop this down just a little more. Let's do that. Now if we go copy, and we want to do a new layer, I guess as far as right over the current one that we're in. Like so. Now we can get this further into position. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Hold on. Now I could from here actually just deformate this here, and I'm not going to do that. I got a different way to do that. What I forgot to do is we need to take a snippet of this whole thing, get that sized up first, and then go from there. Alright, so let me do that way. Okay, now from here, I could have probably went a little bit bigger on that to give it a little bit more padding, but let's see what we got here. So if we bring this guy in, let's see how close to square we are. That's actually not bad. So we'll go by the 659. Do I need to trim it off anymore? That's the other question. Yeah, maybe a little bit on the top. Yep. We'll shave a little bit more off the top, not too much. That might not be anything at all. Hold on. Just a little bit, not too much. Stretch that out. Alright, let's see how we did there. I don't think I took anything off. Dang it. Alright, let's try it from this way again. All I need to take is just trim a little tidbit off of there. Oops, see, I'm taking too much off the top. Dang it. So, yeah, the second number represents the top. That means we need to take... I'm off the side here, it looks like. Yep. Alright. We'll get this right. Gotta get it squared off first before we can resize it. That's pretty close. So we'll go by the 657. Let's do image resize 657. Let's turn this off. I want 657 all the way around. That'll work. Only a couple pixels off. That's pretty reasonable. Now I need to make this maintain aspect ratio, and we'll do 2048. Boom. That gives us the same size of what we got on our map here currently. Now we should be able to take this part right here. Whoops. Make sure we get it all. Copy that. Now we can paste it in here. Now I already got that layer made, so I just be able to do it as a selection, like so. Now it should be the proper size. And we can deformate the size of this as far as we need to. But we shouldn't need to too much. Nope. That should line up really nicely. And we'll be able to change the color of that grass as much the same as we did on our other part of the map. Yep, that's lining up pretty darn good, actually. Pretty darn good. So something about there. Now we can turn this on and off just to confirm. Oh, beautiful. That's marvelous. Okay, cool. Now, while we're still in this layer, you know what? We're going to turn the tolerance up on that one just a little bit. That's probably pretty decent. I like that. So, the main thing I wanted from that whole thing there was the actual track layout itself. That gives us more clarity, I guess, as far as than we did have. Nice. Cool. And like I said, it's not incredibly that difficult, but it does take a little bit, I guess, as far as to get that way. I don't think there's anything else that we need out of this, but we'll keep it over here just for safekeeping. We're done with this. Close that out. Alright, cool. Now we can get back into cleaning up our... I'm going to leave that in a separate layer for now. I can turn that on and off. Oh shoot, hold on. We need to clean up that edge there. Let's do our lasso selection. Clean up this edge here, because it was square in that layer as we saw. We need to get that out of there so it's not bleeding what we flood filled, I guess, as far as into that part. That's a little better. So maybe a little bit up here too. Let's continue to use this. Okay. Looks like it's cutting off this field over here a little bit. Alright, so let's do this. That's a little better. I can deal with that. Alright, cool. Now we'll go back into this layer. Continue cleaning up our grass area. Alrighty then. What else do we got here? So we got this here. Oh shoot, we did turn that tolerance back up, so I need to turn that back down a little bit. A little too high. There we go. Keep it a little bit more under control. Yep, that'll work. Now I can always go into my paintbrush and clean it up even further, but this is working pretty good. Oh, hold on. Oh, the phone. Okay. I'm just making sure it's not taking too much detail out of that. Okay, that's better. Yep, that'll work. That will work. I can clean up. Now again, I don't have to worry too much about all the edges of these painted fields in there because it's not going to use that at all. Those layers are going to be generated in, I guess, as far as based on field condition, I guess, as far as so the game engine will actually generate that. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Let's not get too carried away with that though. Let's grab this color. Yeah, so if it gets a little too out of hand like that, I'll go ahead and clean it up, but for the most part, we don't need to be concerned with the field color here. Alright. So let's re-grab that color for the grass. And where's my bucket fill? There we go. So I know a lot of this has already been shown here. I think on the Modeling Monday, I guess, as far as we did this there. So a lot of this might look pretty familiar, I guess, as far as that we already went through this. But we found it necessary to have to redo it because there was a lot of things that weren't lined up very well. So this is basically take 2 on the creation of the PDA for the map. For any of those that are wondering. And why does this seem like it's deja vu? Because kind of in a way it is. Kind of in a way it is. Yep, that's filling in pretty nicely. Yep, I like that. That'll work. Now, I don't think I did a whole lot of work the last time we did this as far as on the interior of the map like I am right now. So, definitely taking the liberty, I guess, as far as doing it at this point. Now, I can always go into my paintbrush, and let's go a little bigger on that. And we can kind of do this number, well, as opposed to using the bucket fill. So I got a couple different tools that I can use at least. We want to be more precise and a little bit more efficient even. I guess everybody's busy doing other things, I guess, as far as for the Saturday. I guess as far as hopefully the weather has definitely been nice enough, I guess, as far as to be able to go out and do the things. I know it has been for me in the last couple of days. Must kill the zombie, right? Just bonking some zombies. So I guess depending their Evan the Bandito, I guess as far as depending on what type of settings you put on the server that you'll create, I guess, as far as for the bonk sims. I wouldn't be out of the realm of, it just depends on what type of mods and all that, I guess, as far as you consider. Wouldn't mind being able to get on there if it is available. But like I've already mentioned, as far as I don't like to have too many zombies all at once, but I get the fact that it is a bonk sim, and gotta have some zombies. I just don't like to have too many right off the bat. Call me a wussy, but that's kind of where I'm at with it. Oh, that's the wrong color. Get this color back. Helps when you got the right color. Yeah. Lost my train of thought there for a second. Which is not too hard for me. Not a whole lot of thought there sometimes. Alright, I'm gonna get my brush out. Clean these areas up. Now, again, I've got a lot of these dirt roads already painted in, so it's not going to matter too much If I go a little overboard, I guess, as far as with painting over the ones that are underneath this. Let's go a little bit smaller brush. Yeah, let's go even smaller. I'm gonna get real precise in here. Can't tell if that's actually grass or if that's, you know, kind of blends in a little too much. Alright, so let's just go right against. I know there's some grass along this dirt road. Not a whole lot. Something like that, I think. Let's see, let me grab this color again. You know what I could do? Now that I got this one we need, I'm going to go like this. And I can always just switch it this way. That'll work better. Work smarter, not harder. Yeah, that might work a little better. First, we'll have to play test this to make sure that everything is still lined up the way it needs to be. Oh, I need to go a little bit smaller on this brush. A little fine tipped one there. There we go. So we didn't get to do a lot of this finer detail, I guess, as far as last time we did the PDA. We did it pretty much in a hurry, but granted, we don't need to get, you know, all that anal, I guess, about how this looks, especially with the fields, but we do want it to look good. Definitely do want it to look good. You know what? Let's do a line. Let's do. Oh shoot! We gotta bring that way down. Yeah. So I'm gonna draw a line right from here all the way across the edge of this field. Something like that. Yeah. There's not a lot of grass on this edge. Certain fields don't have that much grass on the edge of it. I do know that much. I don't want to exaggerate that too much. Okay. Not too shabby. That's just one little area taken care of. So this. Alright, let me take care of what's going on in this layer. Clean that up a little bit. Oh, I need a little bit bigger brush. A little too small. Trying to get all the pixelization and whatever out of this here so it doesn't look too terrible. All right. Not too shabby. Alright, so that's still in the one layer. Let's go back to this layer. I'm going to end up merging those two together, I guess, as far as eventually, but now let's still keep them separate. So I'm overall satisfied, I guess, as far as with the result, which so far is in pretty good shape. All right, let's make this brush just a little bigger. Oh, not smaller, you dummy. And again, if I wanted to, I can still use the flood fill as opposed to the brush, but we're in pretty tight quarters, I guess, as far as in this area. I feel like I would still have to use the brush even if I did flood fill, because it's not going to get all of it. It's got a lot of different color variation there. Now, are there trees in this area? This is one of the farm areas. Okay, the trees are on, okay. So yeah, that is one of the... Okay, we'll leave that alone. This is kind of a swampy area. There's actually a field here. So that... Oh, shoot. Whoops. Alright, so there's actually a field here. Well, shoot. I can kind of still see the edge of it. Let me see if I can repaint that in. Oops, it's a little smaller on that brush for a second. Yeah, I can kind of see the outline of the field right there. Yeah, so the color variations that are there are kind of close together, and it kind of makes sense, I guess, as far as why that flood filled in there. It shouldn't have. We'll fix it though. If at any time anybody's feeling a little bit left out, I guess, as far as what we're doing, what I'm doing at least anyway, I guess, is fair. Feel free to pull out the crayons. I've got crayons, I guess, as far as for everybody to use. If you are following the channel, you have that at your disposal, I guess, as far as for use. So if you feel like you want to help, even in the virtual sense, what I'm doing, that's what the crayons are good for. They also tend to serve as snacks, I guess, as far as depending on who you ask. People like to utilize them as snacks. And that's perfectly okay. I don't know if I'm going to have this field outline, I guess, as far as correctly, but I guess when we play test this, we'll find out for sure. I forget what field this actually is. I think it's, I want to say it's field 26 or somewhere in that range. Yeah, because there's, yeah, so all these two, I think it's this one, and this one you get in one farmland. Can't 100% remember for sure, but definitely know there's a field here, I guess, as far as right next to the water and the road. So this would be right here is the one of the small cow farms, not one of the main small farms that holds 100 cows. You're right in this area. I know about where we're at. Now we can paint the grass in. Probably one of the areas of interest that we'll have to keep in mind once we do playtest is this right here, just to make sure we did get this right. Might have to turn that water off there, we'll see. So I do have the water here in a separate layer here too. Turn that on and off as we need to. how much of this detail I want to take out of there. This is, like I said, it's kind of a swampy area up and through here. Getting very intricate with this stiff. Let's go back here. Let's clean up this field edge. I feel like I got this pretty well done. I'm gonna clean up this water though. Let me turn that water layer off. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, so go back to the grass. Oh, that over. Thank you. Yeah, so this is a waterway there. Okay. It's just kind of like a creek that goes through here, so I might have to clean it up a little bit. Yeah. We'll fix that up. Now, again, if I end up screwing up, I guess as far as this, we're going to have the overlay for the actual field that the game generates, as far as for the field condition. You know, if it's got crop on it, you know what state it's in. So that's already going to spawn in. But like I said, if I don't get this 100% correct, it's not going to be a problem. At least it shouldn't be. But I want to get it somewhat close, at least anyway. Alright. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we're going to clean up this waterway. This would be grass around this pond. Alright. Alright, now we're going to grab this color. And let's make this in. That's going to be the waterway. Let's turn the waterway back on. Okay, that's at the water's edge. Oh shoot, are we that much off? Hold on. Oh. We're definitely have to check this area out once we play test this to see how far that water is. Might have to adjust that a little bit. The rest of that looks okay. This looks like right in through here though. Okay. We'll take note of that. So yeah, this color here should represent, I guess, as far as the bed of the creek. That means that this water layer needs to get shoved over this way just a touch. Just a touch. Okay. Check elsewhere. Yeah. Let's see, that's maybe, yeah, see, even over here. So yeah, I think if we move that, let's deformate that just a skosh in this direction for that water. I think we should be okay. How's it down here? So this one actually looks good. Alright. Let's give it a try. So on the water, let's zoom this out. Scoot that over, so let's deformate this. This way just a touch. Oh shoot, that's too much. Okay, let's see how that looks. Oh man, it's so close. So close. Might want to look too far there. Dang it. It's definitely too much over here. Rud. Ruddy cruddy crud crud. Too much here, so what I'll do, I'll amend this water. Let me get my eraser out. Pump this out a little bit. So I know the water plane does tend to overshoot, I guess, as far as the what's visible, I guess, as far as in these ponds and stuff like that. So to be expected to have to trim them down just a touch. Don't know how accurate that's gonna be, but that's all about why we play test, because as far as to make sure everything is the way it needs to be. Turn this down a little bit. Definitely got room to be able to trim this down. Definitely need to trim this down. I think that's pretty close. I don't think that's terrible. Definitely got to check this waterway, I guess, especially this creek, I guess, as far as in our play test. Once we get this ready to test out there, we'll be able to see how much more adjustment we need to make. This shouldn't be incredibly too bad, though. Now I can trim this back quite a bit, actually. This water right here is just a creek. There's not a whole lot of water in here. Just enough just to kind of have the presence of water, but not, it's not like too crazy much, I guess, as far as the main river. I feel like I can trim this down quite a bit more. Yeah, so there is water that should go under this bridge. Okay. Something like that. Only too out. Oops. Alright. Alrighty, let's get our green back. And get back into this layer. That'll work. Yeah, like I was saying, we didn't spend a whole lot of time last time we created a PD, I guess, as far as on the interior parts there. So there's probably some areas for sure that need a little bit more attention is all. And that's to be expected. We don't expect, I guess, as far as everything to line up nice and neat, I guess, as far as that would just be too easy, right? Okay, this must be a tree there. Alright. Not too shabby. Still not 100% sure what I want to do. I might just leave those. So these are like where all the buildings spawn in. You can see the different areas in there. And just like I was saying, as far as to add all that detail to it would probably be not necessary because of the ability of being able to go into the build mode and change that layout. I don't want to put too much of that detail in there if it can be, you know, like rearranged. So I'm going to kind of leave it with less clarity. That way it won't be quite as obvious, I guess, as far as when the area does get redone, if it does. We have to take into consideration, I guess, as far as what's available based on the build mode in the game. Those are grass areas here. Let's get our flood fill. Okay, that's not too bad. And I know there's a shed here, and it does have some driveways. Let me use my clone tool actually. Go like this. I know there's a driveway right there. That. I don't remember if there's a driveway on this end or not, though. I know there is on this end. In fact, we got the map open. Kind of take a look here. Let's go back to perspective. Camera view like this. And that area is going to be right over here. Yeah, it does. So it does have a driveway on both. Yep, so there's a shed that goes here. There's a driveway on either side here. So what we're looking at is right here. Okay. I clean this up a little better now. Something like that. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so this should be pretty straight over here. So this field represents this field right over here. Right in through here. Okay. Alright, let's do the flood fill. It's over here. Pretty decent. So there's some rocky areas right up and through here, so I want to maintain that, obviously. Now, how much? Get a look here. Let's get a closer look here. I don't know how much grass there's in between. So we got a decent amount of grass in between the rock area and the field edge. Okay. Right here. Oh, so we actually need to. One of these numbers. Oh, okay. So the grass area kind of blended in with the field color. A little more than we. Something like that, and I want to clean up that edge. Yeah, we'll just do that. Now again, like I said, as far as how the field layer is generated, I guess, as far as by the game itself, that's gonna make this area here basically null, so we don't have to worry about. I guess that's all I'm trying to do at this point, is just make sure we got the grass edge where it's supposed to be. Okay. I have a lot to play test to make sure all this is lining up the way it's supposed to. Okay. Alright, I'm going to work on some of these outer areas here, I think, next. So we do got some dirt roads that we did not get in here. And again, I'm still a little bit undecided, I guess, as far as whether or not I want to actually paint those in on the PDA itself. I might keep this main one here just to kind of give some definition for that area, but these here I might just leave out. Not 100% decided yet. I want to leave room, I guess, as far as for being able to combine lands, I guess, as far as, and not still have that painted dirt road onto the PDA. Otherwise, that would still exist, I guess, as far as the PDA is concerned. These are just some of the things I take into consideration when we create the PDA. Alright, let's do a little bit bigger brush. Paint all this in. There we go. One of the things I can do, taking into consideration these dirt roads, is go into here. Let's choose this for a second. Grab this color. The line, I think we can have this at like a 5. Yeah. Paint this in like so. Something like that. Let me redo that. Don't remember if that, I think these roads are all dead end here. Double check that. So those areas in question would be over here. I'm not really doing any edits to the map itself as I do all this. We're just using it for reference. I won't really need to save it. Yeah, so these are all dead end. There's that one. Yep, these are all dead end. I just wanted to make sure. I couldn't remember if I had that going all the way through the tree line or not. They do dead end. Alright. So, I'll go ahead and paint this back in. We are on the roads layer. So, what I would like to be able to do is at least have the option to keep them in there. And also have the option, I guess, as far as to take them out. I don't want it there. So, now we got it painted in there. Let's turn the road off. And we'll go back to our grassy area. And make that in like. Oh, wait a minute. Whoops. Wrong layer. What have we got? Hold on. Helps one to be in the proper layer. Let's go into map. And just paint this out like so. Now at least I'll have in the road layer. I'll still have it painted in. Oh man, that is crooked as hell. Okay, let me repaint that then. So what we'll do, go back into the roads layer. I did not paint that straight at all. Try that again, shall we? Nope, that's not straight at all either. Shoot. Try it again. Ah, nuts. We'll keep this bugger straight. But I want to have enough in view here so I can actually get it to where it needs to go. What in the world? Okay, I think I know what I can do. I can trim that off. Like so. That'll work. Although, I do think I need to go a little bit further. Just a skosh. Okay, so... Alright, fine, be that way. We'll just trim it off. There we go. So at least I have the road painted in there, at least anyway. So if we do want to keep them out as opposed to keep them in there, I'll probably take the approach for now is to have them in there. But at least we'll have the ability going into this layer and taking them out if we don't want to have them. Okay, let's go back to our grass. Brush. Clean this up. Whoop, hold on. Oh shoot, how did my brush get that big? Make that a little smaller so we can get in here a little bit closer. Get a little closer. Oh. So this is our map border right here, I guess, as far as where we got some trees that spawn in there. So if we turn the trees layer on, well, actually those don't spawn in there, it's weird. What? Hold on. No. Do we not have the trees? There should be trees. Okay. I did not turn those on. Okay, so we might have to do something with getting the border trees, I guess, as far as to populate on there too. Let me see here. Let's go back to this view and trees. Yeah, so we might have to get these border trees to actually show up. So what we could do, go into here, these trees, turn those off. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Actually go into this. So, yeah, this might be something else we'll have to look into. We want to have our border trees, I guess, as far as on our PDA as well. What is all that noise? Oh. Let's see here. We might have to go even more specific. Outer trees. There we go. That's what we'd probably want to highlight right there. This is something else we need to get into the PDA, I think. Alright, we'll have to take that into consideration. We could probably leave it out. Probably not that big of a deal. But if we wanted to bring the border trees in there, that's how we'd go about it. Alright, let's make sure we're in the right layer. But for the most part, I'm going to leave that ground texture in there, I guess, as far as for where those border trees would be populated. Another approach I can take to this too, I wanted to, is to do a selection far as to get these flood fill. So flood fill, selection fill, and also just the brush. A few different ways, I guess, as far as we can go about to clean up these different areas like this. For now, I'm just deciding to use the brush. Because I'm not all about hurry up and done type of approach. I like to take my time. It helps me build patience, I guess, as far as for you know, a final result. But I do have the option, for example, to let's do this. So if we go like this, both colors in here like this, I can do a selection like so. Okay, and then we can fill that in like that. So if we want to take this approach, as long as we're in the appropriate layer, do like that, chunk it out, fill it in. That's another approach we have. That's already, that road's already painted in, so we're good to go there. Oh, hold on. There's that. A little carried away with the painting. Yeah, that's not too bad. Let's do the same thing for here. We'll do a selection. Jesus criminy. Scared the freaking bejesus out of me. Definitely gets your attention though. I forgot I left that one in there, I guess, as far as from when we were doing the 7 days to diet. That's basically where that originates from. Thanks for helping me poop my pants. Yeah, let's do that. So, kind of liking that option, I guess, as far as do a selection, chunk it out, fill it in. Works out pretty good. And that one's loud too. I guess that's the point though, right? Taking a little bit easier along this edge here because I don't want to lose a lot of that detail where these border trees are. Definitely get carried away, I guess, as far as with how we're cleaning that up if we're not careful. Oh shoot, just painted outside here. Dang it. Undo that. Whoopsie. Again, like I said, we can get carried away if we're not careful. But pay attention. You know what? We can probably do flood fill on that. Cool. So we got many tools that we can use, I guess, as far as to get these areas cleaned up. More than one to choose from. That's always nice. Now I'm super jumpy as far as after that this screen redeem. Appreciate that. Guess it's my own fault, I guess, as far as for making it a redemption. Alright, let's do a select fill. Nice. Makes quick work, I guess, as far as doing these bigger areas. But we don't need to be quite as precise. Let's see here. Let's do right along this road edge. Pumped all that. Fill that. Nice. Works out pretty good. One thing, I know there's a turnaround, something like that. I just need to clean that up a little bit. Alright, let's do another white fill. Oh, so that's the square. So that's that square. I was like, what the heck? It should be alright. We're Gucci. I didn't realize this, but I guess this road is pretty gosh darn crooked. How did that happen? How did that road get crooked like that? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Definitely feel we need to fix that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely got a little jog in here. Ooh. Okay. Maybe I'll just leave that alone. It should be a relatively straight road, though. Problem is, if I try to straighten that out there, it's going to make it way wider than we want it to be. I already know this lined up pretty well, I guess, as far as the last time we play tested it, though, so I'd hate to really touch it. $20 a month for 30 slot server on Nitrado. I don't think you'll ever have that many people, but $20 doesn't sound bad. You're well aware, I guess, as far as how well the Nitrado servers work, so used those before for Farm Sim Ventures. No, definitely not bad. That's if you're wanting to spend it. I'm just going to tell you, like I mentioned earlier, there's 3 servers, Bonk Sim servers I can get on right now that I've been invited to already, besides the one you're considering. So there's a lot of them out there. It's a, I don't know, for some reason lately it's becoming a very popular game, and it stands to reason why it is. Pretty fun game. One of the things, you know, there's only select mods that I like to use for it, and don't like a whole lot of zombie generation, I guess, as far as right off the bat. That's my only thing. Call me a wussy, but alright, let's turn this water off again. Holy crap, that totally stepped on all of that. Yikes. Whoa. Yeah, so it definitely stepped on all that water there. How the hell did it do that? Oy, oy, oy. Okay, so that's something I didn't look at, I guess, as far as when I was flood filling in green. It stepped on a lot of where the water would be. Well, shoot. Well, part of the reason I kept this other image here. Yep. So that'll have all that in there. I don't know why it stepped on that though, that's weird. And so I think what I'll do is we're going to do the same thing like we did for the racetrack. Go like this. Copy that. It's a good thing I kept this. Didn't think I was going to need it, but apparently it's seeming so. Let's do this another new layer. And where to put that? Right over here. Okay. Now, oh, this is going to be fun. So what I'll have to do is turn the water back on. That. If we can get this lined up. Okay, so I have this here to line up with it too. That's good. That helps. Something like that. Yep, that should be pretty close. Oops. What about over here? Yep, I think that'll work. So now from here, what I can do is I can actually sum this up there. So it's got that road. Let me check that out. Let's do this over here. Okay. I think that's about right. Okay, so what I'll do, let's while we're in this layer, I'm gonna chunk some of this out of here. Like so. Oops, a little too far. Okay, so I want to keep the area that's selected, so I'm going to do an invert. Okay, and get rid of that part. Nice. Okay. Now let's turn the water off. Now I have that. Oh yeah, I can see how that flood filled in there. It's pretty close. So now I see what the hell happened there. Okay. And clean this up here. I see why it did flood fill in all that in there. Very close, so you can see the grass is right there, but then there's the bed of the waterway, which is pretty close in color. I guess that's why I did fill that in there. Okay. So we are in layer 11. Okay, just making sure. I'm probably gonna have to. Holy crap! That did that all the way down this river. Yeah. See all that it's spanked out there. Right, we're gonna have to try and repaint this in, I guess. Then let's do this. Get our trusty dusty paintbrush out, and we need to get into the map layer. Okay. Whoops. Getting too carried away there. Okay. Folks, I need to take a quick little break, and I'll be back in just a second, so don't go nowhere. Yeah, we're definitely. Yeah, that was incredible. Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, that's the one thing that's pretty cool, I guess, about this series. As the leaders, 22 just wrecked the 31. That's wow. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to get that in the replay too. He totally demolished the 31, and the 22's caught in the fence. Oh, we're definitely putting that on YouTube. Yeah, we did that. Let's check it out. Jerry Nadeau right here. Let's back this up. Let's see what happened here. The frick? Oh, he got right into him. Oh, he drove right over him. Oh, that was... Wow. I thought maybe that might have been LPs or something, but the 01 car just kind of totally ran. I don't... That's weird. Not sure what happened there. Probably just walk right through us. He's actually pushing our truck. Check this out. Mr. Bonjour is actually pushing our truck. Oh God! Oh God! Mr. Bonjour, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're totally in his way, I guess. Did you see that? This guy's He-Man or something. That's crazy. That is super duper crazy. I've never seen any brute strength like that before. Alright, just a few little short clips there, as far as while we're in there. Martin? Miss Senator, welcome on in. You're using the Deuces, I guess, as far as hay. Welcome on in. I'm assuming you're coming over from Deuces. Over at the Ale House here. Welcome on in. Took I had to take a short little recess there, but yeah. We'll be back. We're currently working on a PDA for our Dairyland 4X map. And obviously, as you can probably tell, because first there's a little bit of cleanup that needs to be done to it. Alright, so I'm in the process now of just repainting in, I guess, as far as our riverbed. Because it did get flood filled in, I guess, as far as a little more than I wanted it to. So we're fixing that for the time being. But I'll be doing well. How's everybody else that is joining in on the stream? Okay. So there is some grass, because as far as the Cerritus, I need to... A lot of this is definitely going to have to be play tested to make sure that everything is lining up where it needs to go. Yeah, we got a little carried away with the flood fill, I guess, as far as of the grass areas, I guess. Gotta clean that up a little bit. So now if we turn back on the water, I think we're still in good shape. Does look like I still need to clean up. Let's go to that water layer. We'll get my eraser out. There's still some areas here I need to clean up. So I got it semi-translucent, I guess, as far as for the water. I don't remember how far that water actually goes. So that area on the map is... Let's go back to this view. Let's go back to our perspective. So that's going to be over in this end of the map. Right at that little bend in the main river. Right in here. So I need to take a look and see how much riverbed we have exposed, which we do have a little bit there, but also some grass. I'm just making sure this is turning out still accurate. Yep. Alright, cool. What we need, while we're in the water layer, let's go ahead and get my cloning tool. How big is that? That's good. And back to this a little bit. That'll work. Clean it up a little more. Ah, shoot. Dang it. Sometimes play a little ping pong with this to get as far as to go back and forth. Gotta get it fine-tuned. Alright, something like that. And then on this side here, I don't think I have that much. I guess we do a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that needs to be more grass, I guess, over there. Alright, let's go back to map layer. Grass color. And we need to fill this in like so. Whoop, let's make our brush a little smaller. "7 days to die. That's when the new alpha comes out." Yeah, I've been reading up on that new alpha, and some of the playthroughs that I've seen, it's a little, how do I say it? It's not the best. Let's put it that way. The playthroughs that I've seen on that with the new alpha is it's still requiring us as far as to use a lot of mods, I guess, as far as to fix the problems with the new alpha, from what I've noticed. So what's going on here? Hold on a second. Is that just shoot? Right, let's turn the water back on. And I really screwed up this holy mackerel. So yeah, that should be, so that should be the water's edge right there. Holy crap. Alright, hold on. Whoops. Okay, let's bring back this. I've got a lot of this we got to repaint back in. Yep, got a little too carried away, and this is what I was mentioning earlier. I guess as far as you get too carried away, I guess as far as with flood fill, didn't pay as close attention as to what it was flood filling in. So yep, we got a lot here to fix. There's also some cleanup I need to do on this water, so let's get my eraser back out. A little bit of both. Okay. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Yeah, but I would, wait a minute, am I in the wrong stinking layer? No, I'm in the water. That's weird. Okay. Oh, that's the water layer. It's like, first I thought I was in the wrong stinking layer. Oh, crap. I hate when that happens. Yeah, so that should be the water's edge right there. Definitely should be able to clean that up a little bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be, I wouldn't assume, at least anyway, I guess, as far as the last session that we had, I guess, as far as would be valid, as far as here would require, I guess, as far as to start all over again. And that's sometimes what sucks, I guess, as far as when games get updated, I guess, as far as to the point where it does require starting all over again on a save. I can definitely cut this back. Holy crap. So this would be the industrial park as far as the dock area next to the waterway. We can definitely trim this off quite a bit. Quite a bit. This should be where the bridge is at. I don't want to take too much off of this, but definitely need to trim it off some. Now let's turn that water layer back off here. So yeah, a lot of that got spanked out. Might have to do another chunk here, just like we did here. And I can see the water's edge where that would be right here, but it gets kind of muddy up through this area. Yeah, might have to do the same thing with that other image, like we did it here. Okay, let's do that. Zoom this out. Zoom it out quite a bit. Let's go back into this image, and I need to get some of this in here. This ought to be fun. So I copy. Let's try to select this area like that. Something like that. That'll include this section here that's kind of a little muddy on the clarity. Okay, so now if we go back into here, we'll make another new layer out of this. So do paste, new layer, and that over here. Okay, so we got some stuff that's already included in here that we can actually use. Get this lined up. That's pretty decent right there, it looks like. Yep. Now just to confirm. Oh, yeah, it's off a little bit. Okay, hold on. Oh wow, it's way off. Okay, hold on. This way. A little closer. I guess gotta go this way. Now we're getting there. Slowly but surely, starting to line up. There we go. Nailed it. Alright, cool. Now, let me section out what we don't need out of this. Want just the river. Take that out. And that lined up damn good. Holy smokes. In comparison to what we already had, at least anyway. You like to see it. Alright, cool. So that gives us our waterway in there. That should help us to get that back in. Alright, so let's go into this layer. Give me my grass. Go to my brush. Yep. And we'll just clean this up here. And I'll be able to turn the water layer back on and see exactly where we're at still. Yeah, so there's a salt production that's here with some grass behind it. Data production's there, so yeah, I think this is all mostly grass in through here. Yep. Yep. Cool. Let's go to layer 11. Clean this up over here. Should all be grass. Round that off a little more. Cool. Alright. Let's go into the map layer. Grab this color. And should be able to fill the gap in here. Something like that. Alright, let's go back into map. Alright, let's turn our water back on. Okay, now we can get a better idea of where we should be at. Okay, so grass layer, brush. Oh my. Okay. Didn't think that was quite where that needed to be, but might have a little bit more cleanup to do on the water. That's okay. That'll be okay. Alright, so I don't think there's much of a beach in there. Let's go over to that area on the map. That's going to be over here. Check that out real quick. Yep, so there shouldn't be yeah, Yeah, too much of a, hold on. Yeah, we need to clean this up here a little bit. So we are in layer 11. Okay, cool. Clean this up here a little more. Oh, let's get too carried away. Something like that. Okay, let's go into layer 12. This up. Now I could probably trim down, go back into the water, get my eraser, trim this down a little bit more. Oh shoot, dang it, there what happens. Try that again. Got to let go of the button. Okay, looking pretty good. I need to clean this up over here. All right. I think I might have taken a little too much of that water out of there though, actually. So I'm gonna get my. Let's go this way. Select that color. Our brush. And while we're still in the water layer, oh shoot, what the heck? Say what? Oh, it's probably because I got that as. Let me go ahead and go full color on that. Let's do that. And then we'll go like this. And then we can always turn it back down. Yeah, there we go. Whoops. Oh, no, not that far off. Something like that. Let's see. Okay. Now I can't really tell, I guess, as far as I can see where that rock formation there. Let's go look at that part of the map here real quick. So that part is right over here. Why is that any aliasing like that? It's not supposed to be doing that. Anyway, that's this area right over here. Okay, so the water should definitely be closer to that. Alright. This is going to give us an idea. So the dock is right over in here too. That's definitely going to give me a better indication of how far I can move this water up to, like this. I think I took a little too much of that out of there. Something like that. Yeah. Might be able to still narrow this up over here though too. Alright, let's get our eraser. Trim this down just a touch too. That'll work. That looks better. Trim this this over here. Okay. Looking pretty good. Alrighty then, so which layer is this one again? That's 11. Go to 12. Yeah. 1 to 12, and we'll clean up some more of that grass. Get this closer here. Yeah, so we definitely didn't do all this much attention to detail, I guess, as far as the last time we created the PDA, but I figure since, you know, we're to that point now, like, no sense in not doing it. Not paying closer attention to where this needs to be. Cool. That looks pretty good, actually. Now, how did we do along the rest of this river? Actually turn the water off for a second. Let's see how we did here. That filled in pretty good there. Go into the map layer. Grab this color. Go ahead and fill this all in. Okay, I think we're pretty good to go there now. We got all the areas, I guess, as far as it got chunked out improperly, I guess, as far as all squared away now. Now let's go back to our grass color. Some areas here to clean up. So there is a dock here. That's where the barge sits. Initial map start. Definitely don't want to take that away. Cool. All the areas that were posing a little bit of an issue, we got carried away, I guess, as far as the flood fill, we were able to fix. And we won't know for sure, I guess, as far as that everything is where it needs to be until we actually play test it to be like 100% sure. And that's the fun part, being able to check out the fruits of our labor, I guess, as far as going into the game and actually trying it out. See how we did. Man, we're already over 2 hours. Good lord. Hopefully we're having fun. I'm definitely in my my chill zone. I find doing these types of things as far as very relaxing. Yeah, so if I get this pulled away, I guess, as far as enough from our tree line here, should be able to do some selection fills. Okay, so I'm still on the map layer, just making sure. Yeah, let's do some selection fills now, just to kind of get the bigger bulky areas like this. That goes by so much quicker, doesn't it? Let's do it around this, along this road edge. We'll do that. Not bad. Could have got a little bit closer to the road though. Try that again. Let's go a little bit closer to the road. That's better. Yeah. That's more better. More gooder. Nice. Alright, so let's do some more selection fills over here. Get all this nonsense out of here. Makes really quick work of that. Boom. Just like that. We need to go a little bit closer to this dirt road. Let's do it from this way. Clean the edge of that dirt road up. Nice. Let's get the other side of that. That should be pretty good. Marvelous. Okay, now let's get our brush in between here. Might have to go a little smaller. Yeah. Go a tad smaller. Clean up in between our river edge and our dirt road. Here. Now again, let's turn the water back on real quick just to see. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape there. Turn this up a little bit. Pretty good shape. Probably clean up that water a little bit. Let's go into the water layer. Get our eraser out. Because the water is definitely not that close to the dirt road. Back that off just a tad. That'll work. This up over here while I'm at it. Oh, I guess we can get that water out of the trees. Cool. Yep, so saying over here is we're not, water's definitely not that close to the road edge. Something like that. Cool. Let's go back into the map layer. Turn this up a little bit. Campers. Make our brush a little bigger again. Oh, what the heck was that? Just flash. That's weird. Did my... Nope. Sometimes I get the problem with the video freezing. I guess severe on the channel, so hopefully that's not happening. Looks like the timer's still going. So we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes. Nice. Alright. Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been that long already. Time flies when you're having fun. Hopefully everybody is having fun. I know I'm having fun. You know, it may not seem like it. Definitely, everything is falling into place like I'm wanting it to. So as long as it remains to be the case, then I'm definitely pretty happy. Let's make it a little bit smaller again. Need to get right in through here. There we go. Cool. Nice. What works out even nicer, I guess, as far as if once we play test there and everything is lining up well as we expect. That is the true testament, I guess, as far as to how well we did. Hopefully this should be the last time that I'll need to redo the PDA as well. Because everything prior to doing this all over like we are currently was lining up. So should not need any further adjustment as far as the PDA other than just to clean it up like we are. Okay. Nice. So this is one of those fenced-in areas, I guess, as far as that can be purchased. That has a gravel lot, got some trees along this this area. It's got a road that goes around it, dirt road. Appreciate anybody stopping in, sticking around, I guess, as far as even if you are in the lurker capacity. Hopefully you're finding this as chill and relaxing, as to be expected. But don't feel the need to be a stranger. Nerd, I guess, as far as to, we won't bite over here, I guess, as far as unless you want us to. Okay, cool. Well, we kind of worked our way over to this area of the map as opposed to we were down here, we got all that done. And we started working on this, and we noticed that a lot of the waterway was kind of flood filled out incorrectly, so we had to get that. So now we worked our way up over this, the northwest of the map. So we started up down here at the southeast, and we kind of worked our way up over here. But we got quite a bit cleaned up on this so far. Get back over here though. Yep. Trim in the right layer. Yeah, so for anybody that is always wondering as far as how these PDAs for the maps get created, this would be one approach to it. Not exactly probably the same, but it's pretty close to how it's done. So what we start off with is a picture something similar to this, just to kind of get a little bit of summary, something like that. And then you can add different levels of clip distance or whatever to different objects so that they show up, I guess, in your edges. You take a snippet of that, which we do have a version of that in here, and then from there you just kind of clean it up, and that's kind of where we're at right now as far as to make it less grainy looking. Now, I've seen plenty of maps out there that just tend to create this image and leave it like it is, and that's fair. There's really nothing wrong with doing that, but I like to have a little bit more clarity in the PDA, I guess, as far as the map. So, well, the only reason I guess I'm taking a little bit further approach to it. In fact, for a little bit of time there, we did have PDA just set up to be something similar to just this and nothing more. But like I said, it tends to be a little bit blah in that regard, so we're adding a little bit of a little bit more clarity to it is all. Alright, so I think this here, yeah, that's layer 12. Let's go into layer 12. We've got a couple of different layers in here, I guess, as far as to get the look that we got here, so we just have to make sure we're in the right layers, I guess, as far as to get done what we need to get done. I'll probably end up collapsing a lot of those layers together once we're fully satisfied with the look of it. Oh yeah, there's a field there. That's a dirt road going into that bridge. Okay. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's go into the water layer. Our eraser. I think I need to clean this up here a little bit. Yep, something like that. Back into the map. Sweet. Looking good, looking good. Just fill in over here. Alright, let's work on this. This would be the northeast corner. Make our brush a little bit bigger. Not quite that big. There we go. Let's go a little bit smaller. I want to get closer. I said smaller, not bigger. There you go. I want to get up against this matte border. So usually around the 3.5 hour mark is when we get pretty close, I guess, as far as to getting stuff finalized, to be able to button it up, put it in the game, and see what we got. And so if you feel free, you want to stick around, I guess, as far as when we get to that point. Sometimes it goes a little bit longer, but it generally tends to be around the 3 to 3.5 hour mark. Hence the uptime is at the bottom of the screen. Not to mention the uptimer for the stream itself here on the Twitch channel. You take your pick, I guess, as far as of which to go by. The one on the bottom of the screen should be much closer to the actual. That is based on my system clock that I have over here on my machine, so. Whoops, you know what I gotta do? I gotta actually select. Well, I don't really need to. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really need to select colors in both swaths there, because once we take it out there, it's just going to make it black, and then we just flood fill it in, like so. Nice. Makes really quick work of that. I want to get all the boogers out of here, I guess, as far as I like to call them. I guess as far as that, these little bits in here that don't need to be in here. Let's do a selection along this right here. Make sure we get all that stuff out of there. That's not too shabby. Oops, got a little bit right there. Get all the boogers out of there. You never know, I guess, as far as when you got those dried up snot in your nose, I guess, as far as it just kind of hang there. That's kind of what I feel like going on when we got this stuff in here that doesn't belong in there. It's like, we need to get it out of there. It just don't belong in there. It's boogers. Okay, let's do a selection. Like that. Let's fill that in. Cool. Oh shoot, what did I do there? Yikes. Whoa, I must have did a right click. Flood fill, I guess, as far as that second color swap. Yeah, that would not have been cool. Alright, I need to do another selection here. Whoops, wrong tool. There we go. Let's do another selection tool. I get all this edge cleaned up, so we'll go from here all the way over to here. That. All that. Beautiful. Alright, how big do we got? That's good. I'm gonna get up here against the matte border. So I would like to get into as well getting the junk, I guess, as far as into that farm area that I was showing earlier. So barring time, I might get this as close as I'm comfortable with it, and I'll probably continue to do some more work on this PDA, I guess, as far as to get it cleaned up here. Probably especially after we do a play test to see where it's at, I guess, as far as all the accuracy to it, and then if anything needs to be adjusted, I'll take that into consideration post-stream. Chunk all that out. Bam. Alright, cool. You gotta love it. Alright, sweet. Now let's do another selection fill over here. Pull that in with some grass. Marvelous. I left these farm plots, I guess, as far as these farm areas, pretty squared off for the most part, as you can probably tell, and it makes it easier, I guess, as far as for doing PDA like this, that's for sure. Alright, let's clean up our matte border over here. Alright, and we'll do one big selection fill, like so. Nice. Cool. That works. Let's try one here. Definitely liking that method a little bit more as far as using selection tool when I can. Selection fill. Okay. Really quick work of that. Alright, so let's go back to the brush here. A little bigger. I could probably get away with doing a selection tool and a selection fill in here too, but sometimes it feels good, I guess, as far as to go to a different tool and just change it up a little bit. Got a little bit more to clean up on that edge. Let's do another selection fill in this direction over here. Did I get it? I don't think I still missed it. Yep, still missed it. Darn it. Alright, hold on. Try it again. There, now I think we got it. Nice. Cool, so this is where we're at so far. We got a little bit to clean up there, a little bit down in the southwest corner. And some of the interior parts are too bad. We still got a little bit of cleanup there to do, but nothing too serious. Let's do this southwest corner. Work our way out from that. Okay. Get our brush out. Whoop, hold on. Got a little carried away there. Don't want to take away that detail, I guess, as far as that we have in our mat border. We're still in consideration, I guess, as far as to bring in the mat border trees. Much the same way that we got the rest of our trees in the interior of our map. So part of the reason why we got the different color variations of the grass is there's several different types of grasses that are in these areas, so they're not all the same color. So that's part of the reason why I got all these variations in there. So when we try to flood fill it, based on the tolerance, at least anyway, that's why it doesn't necessarily fill it all in. And we're finding it necessary to clean it up the way we are. But we don't necessarily need to have that same level of clarity, I guess, as far as in our PDA, I guess, as far as for the different types of grass that exist in the map itself. So just finding a neutral and equal level of green, I guess, as far as to depict, I guess, as far as which areas are grass is pretty sufficient. Oh, hold on. A little too much away from our BGA. Oh, darn it. Did it again. I have to make our brush just a little bit smaller. Like the second time I did that. There we go. But hopefully, if nothing else, if the one thing you get out of this is, I guess, as far as what's involved, I guess, as far as with creating a PDA for a map, this would be one of several different approaches, I guess, as far as to take to it. It does obviously come down to the fact that you want everything to be in the proper location. You don't want to be driving down the road and the road is over way off, I guess, as far as where we're actually driving on the map. That's no good. That doesn't serve any purpose for the PDA then. If those that doesn't exist. Okay, so let's do some section fills. Now that we got it a little bit cleaned up. There we go. Fill that in. Voila. And let's do another one down here. And I'll probably go ahead, just like we did on the other end there, I'll paint these in our roads, but we'll have the option, I guess, as far as to be able to take those out if we decide to. Okay, so let's go on our roads real quick. And we need to get that color, so let's grab eyedropper. We want to grab this color. And I think 5 was the, yeah. And we are in our roads. Just gonna paint this guy in here. Something like that. Okay, so now if we go into back in our map layer, our grass, and our brush. Actually, let's do a selection fill. Do like this, and fill that in. Unlike the other dirt road, we got that one pretty straight. That's good. Very nice. Alright, so we might want to extend that just a tad more. Go back to our roads. Whoops. Oh, darn it. I'm making it crooked now. Let's zoom in on that so we get a little bit more preciseness. Okay, I'll just trim that off. So, there we go. Now let's go back into our map. Grass color. Clean up our map. Cool. And we'll do the same thing with this one here too. That dirt road. Get all the boogers off of that. Alright, let's do some selection fills. Nice. And let's get this road painted in. Clean that out a little bit. This one's a little bit wider, it looks like. No, I think it's the same width. It's just the reason it looks so much wider is because the grass and the dirt road colors seem to be meshing in together. Because all these roads, when I painted those in there, I guess as far as on the map itself, they should be all the same width. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here in our PDA. Let's go back to roads. This color. We'll draw these out. Alright, now we'll go back into our map layer. Grab our grass color. Do a selection fill out of that. So we made that pretty straight. Okay, flood. Cool. Now we just have to bring it up the rest of the way to that road. Not a big deal. Zoom in on that so we get some more clarity. Preciseness. Okay. Whoops. Zoom in a little more. There we go. Let's do this. We'll make our brush a little smaller. Clean that up there. There we go. Awesome sauce. Alright, so that's all part of our roads. So again, we have the ability to sort of turn those off. Like so. Okay, we got another one to do over here. Let's go back to the map here real quick. Let's clean this up. Oops, gotta make our brush back clear again. Did a pretty good job of cleaning this up though, I would have to say. Get another map border. Whoa, that will trade away. Easy there, killer. Okay, now let's do a selection fill. Like so. The rest of those boogers out of there. It's kind of like taking a Kleenex and just wiping it all out of there, you know? Get all the bad stuff out of there. Cool. Okay, now we gotta paint this dirt road in. Let's go back into roads, get this color. Draw that one in. As long as we're straight, we should be good to go. Do another selection fill. Marvelous. And fill that in. Cool. Now, I did put that in the road layer, right? I did. Alright, cool. Just making sure. Awesome sauce. Working our way up to that point to be able to test this out here, folks. Always the fun part, I feel. Then you be able to go into the game and actually try it out, see how we did. Now let's do a selection fill here. All these boogie woogies out. There we go. Okay, we got a few up in here. Selection fill. Nice. Oh wow, got a lot of junk to figure out over there, so yeah, just making sure I'm in the right layer. Okay, cool. And we'll just brush this all. A little too intricate and through here, I guess, as far as to use a selection tool, although it's not impossible. You could even do a lasso selection as opposed to just a square selection fill, if we wanted to. Yeah, so there's some rocky bits, I guess, as far as up and through here. I'm going to maintain that in our PDA. I'm gonna turn my tree layer back on real quick and see. Oh, it is already on. Okay, cool. Just make it. Alright, so we do have all those layers on. Alright, nice. I don't have any trees in this area, so this is kind of a meadow area that has like some hills and stuff to it. Hilly, rocky areas. Let's see, this should be... This is one of the farm areas. This has a pond here. Is there water on it? I don't have that depicted in here. I need to probably paint that in manually. So there is a pond, and that's in this spot right here. So that area, let's go back to this view. That area is going to be right over in this direction. So right over in here we got a little pond, so I'll have to paint that into our water layer in here. So that's this whole area we're looking at right there. There's a pond right in here. I'll need to clean this up. Let's see. What color did we use for... You know what? I can probably just use a cloning tool. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. So what I might do, just so I make sure I get the size of this pond correct, right there, I'm going to go back to this view. Alright, and that should be... let's see, where's our water? Right there. Let me crank this up there so that pond is right there. Let's see. So if we go to this pond water, and I'm going to crank this up just to get some clarity on that. 1, 2, 3. Put 1,000,000 on that. Now that should show better. Okay, I guess it didn't really as much as I was hoping it would. So what I'll do besides that is do the same thing like we've been doing as far as just to chunk in a layer and redefine that. I mean, from this distance here, it definitely looks pretty. It's looking pretty good. But as far as to make sure everything is lined up where it is, that's still yet to be seen. All right. So what I want to do, grab where this pond is right there. We'll just do this. Copy that. Is that onto our map, line this up into here, and I'll do this as yet another layer right in that spot. So probably what I'll do is I'll turn my trees off. There we go, and let's do an edit paste as a new layer. Now where did it put that? So it should have put it somewhere in the middle. Right there. Okay. Now we should be able to use... There's the road. We got that little bit there for the driveway, so we can be able to line some of these bits up like that. Let's see. I must have to go up more this way. Gotcha. Right, let's see how that is right there. Oh wow, that's pretty good actually. Now, if we take a look at how close this pond is to the road, switch this back to this view, you can see how much, get an idea at least anyway. Okay, I think I might have that a little too close to the road. That lines up pretty good there though. Well, the way this seems to be lining up, it's actually pretty good. Okay, so what we'll do is let's clean this up like so. We want to maintain just the pond. I want to maintain just that, so I'm going to do invert and get rid of the rest of it. There we go. Could probably take a little bit more of that actually. Let's do that. Whoop, no. Got a little carried away there. That might work. Let's do a selection, invert. Not too shabby. I think that's a pretty good depiction of where that pond's at. Now let's go ahead and clean that up. Let's get some grass. Oh, shoot. Oh, wow. Is that what I think it is? Hold on there, folks. I'll be right back in a second. Right back. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that. That was incredible. Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, that's the one thing that's pretty cool, I guess, about this series. As the leaders, 22 just wrecked the 31. That's wow. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to get that in the replay too. He totally demolished the 31, and the 22's caught in the fence. Oh, we're definitely putting that on YouTube. Yeah, we're Martin's Mills. And if I was missing any car files, this is a nice little, neat little tidbit of information. If you're ever missing a car file and you've got the replay analyzer and you save a replay, and all that matters, you can just save a snippet, even while it's live. Just save a snippet, go out of the game, and it'll show everybody that was on, that was actually in participation. And in this case, I was missing Monty Keller's car in the 028. I can look at this actual, what the name of the car file was, and depending on where the car files are actually listed, like I can go in. Oh my goodness! What the heck happened there? What the heck did I run over? Wow! What in the heck did I just run over there? Cars are just nice.
Still there?
When they're way too hot. I like how you can save the car though with the setup. It's nice. And you can feel it getting loose, or you can catch it.
1.790. Still there?
Grip and the setup feel good.
Still there?
There it goes.
Still there? Up
I
top,
think that's
line.
cool, isn't it?
Clear low.
Oh my goodness. Easy there on me, Bill.
Stay high. 20.
I know I'm laughing. We're driving down this river though. Right? Just like that song, I'm on a boat. I'm on the effing boat. Probably just walk right through us. He's actually pushing our truck. Check this out. Mr. Bonjour is actually pushing our truck. Oh God! Oh God! Mr. Bonjour, what are you doing? What are you doing? We're totally in his way, I guess. Did you see that? This guy's He-Man or something. That's crazy. That is super duper crazy. I've never seen any brute strength like that before. Let's get a better look at these packs of trucks or whatever, just maneuvering themselves around. This car roster that I've got set up here, it's got a mix between the default 2015 trucks and some league trucks. Some of them you might notice, I guess, from around the online racing community. These aren't rated either. That's probably another fair mention too, that these trucks that I'm racing with, they're not rated at all. Woo! That's a tight turn. Oh my goodness. Oh. Did you see that save? That we run into like we just did. Oh my goodness. Oh, I should have known he was going to turn too. Ah, that's rough. Alright, so at least everything's right here, it looks like. Oh my, that hurt. I think I got a little bit of whiplash on that one. Ayya caramba. I just feel we make much more money, I guess, as far as selling the cannabis and the maple syrup. Just to be fair. Yeah, now that we got this bunker set up from our smoking buddy, I guess. Oh crap! Oh crap! No! That dang ditch gets me almost every time. It just barely catches you. Oh, we're stuck. All right, we're gonna crank this. You got it by the black hook there.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the way you're supposed to pick them up.
Oh my god.
And see the way they stretch? They're super heavy, yeah. Like a boingy, boingy, boingy. That's funny.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's see if that helps. Oh god. Oh god. Alright, folks, just coming back, I guess, as far as from Charlotte, so I'm gonna have to cut this thing short. We got some really nasty storms that I tend to overlook, I guess, as far as that, so I think I'm going to bring this thing to a close, unfortunately. Just need to get some things buttoned down and button down the hatches here because, yeah, this has kind of snuck up on us, I guess, as far as it's going to be pretty nasty here for the next couple hours. So, yeah, we're going to close this thing down a little bit earlier. I do appreciate everybody that did stop by here. Feel free to stick around, I guess, as far as we'll raid somebody, I guess, as far as on the outro, but we're going to get this thing shut down. You'll probably hear that in the background, but yeah, I need to get it shut down. We'll see everybody later. Appreciate everybody that did come by here, and hopefully have a fine rest of your weekend. Later, everybody. Sorry for it.